Yo guys, if you're looking to pick up some of the new jack-o'-lanterns that just dropped in Madden Mobile and will be really juicy come October 31st, make sure to go to thecoinstore.net. They just lowered their prices even more to the all-time low, and you can use my code DUCK at checkout for 10% off of your order. Yo, what is going on guys? It is your boy DuckyTheGamer back again with another video. Now in today's video, I'm going to come to you guys with the new jack-o'-lantern leaks that just came out yesterday. So, as you guys know, this week on the 31st, or I think it's like Tuesday, on the 31st, jack-o'-lanterns will be unboxed or unlocked, whatever you guys would call them, just like the pumpkins that were on the 27th. So the pumpkins, I didn't really have too good a pack luck with the pumpkins, but then again, I only had around 8 or 9 pumpkins, so I didn't have the biggest selection of, or opportunity of getting a really good pull, but still, it was free stuff, and you guys can't complain. But I know some people, one of my friends actually pulled a signature most feared player that he sold off and made like a few million coins, so that was pretty cool that you could actually pull signature most feared players from a free pack, basically. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about the 14 different jack-o'-lantern possibilities, and most likely what they're going to be. This is not with 100% certainty, but personally, I believe that this guy, he's always right. A bouncer 014 or 014, he's right almost every single week in Madden Mobile. He might be off like with 1 or 2 things, but usually he is right down to the T. He makes weekly predictions of what's going to come out, and he basically just goes into the files or has a plug at EA that tells him the info. I'm not sure how he gets this, but he is the most trusted leaker or information teller, I guess you could say, in the community. So that's who I'm going to. This is who this forum post is by, and that's what I'll be reading you guys today. So it says reasonably confident that 11 of the 14 jack-o'-lanterns are going to be, and once again, there are 14 different jack-o'-lanterns. So if you guys, let's say you have 10 jack-o'-lanterns on your bench, maybe you have a stack of 3 jack-o'-lanterns, maybe you have a stack of 5, and then maybe you have 2 separate jack-o'-lanterns. This is because the jack-o'-lanterns aren't the same. They look the same, they are titled the same, their descriptions are the same, but they are not the same. It is extremely weird, like what's going on and why they would not title them differently, or they wouldn't help us out by, like, you know, giving us a hint as to which one is which. But there are 14 different jack-o'-lanterns, so they will stack differently. That means just because you have 10 jack-o'-lanterns doesn't mean you're going to get a stack of 10. You are going to have different stacks of different amounts depending on which jack-o'-lantern you have. So this is not an order of what jack-o'-lantern is which. This is just a list of the first 11 and the first, or the most, like, 11 common jack-o'-lanterns. So the first one, as you can see, is Rising Star, 1 Rising Star contract, 10 midway collectibles, 25 silver locker items, 5 nightmare collectibles, 1 gold powerline or team of the week player, a showdown badge, a showdown shard, most feared legend collectible, which is pretty nice to be honest, gold most feared player, and between 10 and 50 gold coaches or locker items. And he's saying that in this jack-o'-lantern, you're going to average around 30 of either a gold coach or a gold locker item. So that's pretty cool. And then 3 legend collectibles. Now, these are all, you know, decent. They're not amazing. I mean, free stuff is free stuff, and I will be getting 16 of the jack-o'-lanterns for free from this week's tournament, and I will also be buying 84 off of the auction house. I want to open 100 jack-o'-lanterns for a video. That's going to be an insane video. There's going to be so much stuff being opened. And yes guys, by the way, you can actually buy these jack-o'-lanterns on the auction house. Unlike the pumpkins, which I think were unauctionable, these are actually auctionable. So if you guys want to test your luck, you know, maybe buy 20 off the auction house, see what all you get, and then save them up for the 31st. Have at it, because I once again be buying a ton of these pumpkins for a pack opening come the 31st for you guys. So the next thing that he says is actually pretty confusing. Now I'm going to try to explain it in the most non-confusing way possible, but if you guys are still confused, just read this post for yourself. You can stop, pause the video, and try to decipher it. But basically, he says that last time during the pumpkins, he predicted there was going to be a most feared player. He saw like a sequence of how the coding was, and basically he said the same time, or this time, he saw the same coding. You know, things were repeating, and basically he thinks that one of these jack-o'-lanterns is going to be a most feared player. So long story short, one of these jack-o'-lanterns is most likely a most feared player. And to end it off, he says, and the last 2 possibilities, hopefully the best 2, are a mystery to me. But based on the pumpkins, people pulled most feared Sigs. I imagine the last 2 will be pretty nice. So basically, he's saying the last 2 jack-o'-lanterns are going to be some straight fire, some straight juice for you guys. So maybe it's a most feared signature player. Maybe it's like something super rare that hasn't even been released yet. We don't really know, but Hopefully there will be some spicy new content in these like last few jack-o'-lanterns. They will be extremely rare, so if you guys do end up managing to pack one of these or buy one off the auction house, you're extremely lucky. But once again, you don't even know, unless you have 14 different jack-o'-lanterns on your bench, you cannot confirm that you have like one of these. And people, I like basically skimmed through this thread for like 5 minutes straight, and people were saying like they tried to find all 14, but people spent like 2-3 million coins just trying to buy different jack-o'-lanterns, trying to get every single one of them, but people like really couldn't. I saw one guy who said he spent 3 hours trying to find the 14th jack-o'-lantern, but couldn't. He went to the auction house, bought as many as he could, and then sold them off if they weren't the correct ones. So I guess that's one way to do it, but getting all 14 would be extremely hard and very rare. So it's all honestly just luck, and if you do manage to get one of the last 3, you should be getting an elite player or something extremely juicy. And what I'm about to tell you guys next, take it with a grain of salt. It might not be true, but I couldn't find anything else relating to this on the forum. But if it is true, it is very insightful as to how this will work for you guys. So this guy, Zangster, Bengals Nation, something like that, he only has 110 posts and he's a 57 bronze, but he basically said that stacks 1 to 7 have about an 11 to 18% drop rate. Stack 8 has a 7% drop rate. Stack 9, or the 7th or the 9th jack-o'-lantern, excuse me, has a 3% drop rate. Stacks 10 to 11 have about a 1% drop rate. So if we guys go back to this one, that's still within the realm of these things. So I'm pretty sure that these last 2 are 10 and 11, and they might have a 1% drop rate. And then this one, he says stack 12 to 13. I've seen 2 out of the last 1,000 lanterns. So this guy went through 1,000 jack-o'-lanterns, only found 2. So I think that's like a 1 out of a 500 chance that you're gonna get one of the really juiced up things. And then to end it off, he says stack 14 is still elusive. He has not found the last jack-o'-lantern yet. How? I have no clue, guys. This guy seems to have gone through at least 1,000 jack-o'-lanterns and has not been able to find jack-o'-lantern number 14. And honestly, once again, since this guy is only 57 bronze on Mudhead, which is an extremely low rating, he has 0 Mudhead credits, he has 110 posts. I'm not gonna say with 100% certainty that this is correct. Once again, take this with a grain of salt. This might just be a complete lie. It might just be spitting out random information that has nothing to do with the actual facts. But to me, he seems to have like a pretty decent argument with pretty decent statistics. So once again, it might be true, it might not. But if it is true, this means that number 10 to 11 are extremely rare, and then 12 to 13, basically you have a 1 in a 500% chance, 1 in 500 chance of actually getting those collectibles. So this jack-o'-lantern is going to be an extremely hard one to get, and number 14 has not even been found. So hopefully out of the 100 that I'll be opening, at least one of them could be a pretty decent one, but then I won't just be getting crap. So these are pretty much the confirmed leaks from Bouncer 014, and I will be leaving the link to this in the description of the video. So if you guys want to go through all the posts for yourself, you can do that, but it will take a long time. I had to go and ask people on Instagram to give me this link because there's like 239 pages of information. You have to skim through all of them to try to find this. So if you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like. If you are going to be opening some jack-o'-lantern packs and you want to see what I pull, go ahead and click that subscribe button, because on the 31st, Halloween, once again, I will be uploading 100 jack-o'-lantern pack openings. So if you want to see that, click that sub button to be notified whenever I upload that video. Other than that, it has been Ducky the Gamer, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.